Success! Is that a good way to start it off? What does it mean to be successful? A successful YouTuber, a successful influencer, a successful content creator, a successful, give me some more, what? Do I want my channel to be successful? Does Bottenbig Fireside need to be a raving success? Does producer Ellis Play Video Games need to be the top show on YouTube? Does any of that matter? No. Does it? Maybe it does. It might. For some things it does, for some things it doesn't. It's complicated, and that's why I wanted to have a sit down here with you guys. No calls, you know, I mean, it's not that anyone was calling me anyway, and I didn't give you a prompt, so that's on me. But it's okay. It gives me some time to sit down and really reflect on what's going on here. We're on our this is the 8th episode, I think. One thing I kind of wanted to talk about was, it's just kind of weird having a hobby and you need to make money off of it. And I think that might be like an American capitalist kind of thing. Oh, if you're good at something, you better not do it for free. You know, there's more than money to get out of stuff that you like doing. I really love hanging out with producer Ellis. She's the sweetest, she's the best. It's fun to work on a project. I like editing, putting stuff together. So adding money to it, that's just like another kind of thing I can get with this, which is not as important as all the other stuff, which is why I'm doing it in the first place. Being famous is another thing people aspire to be. People would classify as that successful on a YouTube channel if you're famous, but just because other people know your name and or know about you and watch your show, is that adding anything really more to this experience to me? Like maybe this show because I had the calls and stuff, but we have enough calls for stuff. You guys are helping me out, everyone who's watching this. That doesn't really matter too much either because I'm having so much fun with everything else. Being famous and having a lot of views, it almost feels like there's more negatives than positives. Because right now we're a small group. You guys have a bigger impact on this channel as a viewer and a commenter or a caller, emailer than any other channel. You can comment on PewDiePie's channel and you get lots and all of the millions of people commenting. Like here, if I did a giveaway, you'd have pretty good chances. If I did a giveaway, probably like 10 people would do it. So you'd have 1 out of 10, and maybe I give away 10 things or you're guaranteeing to get some. You know what I mean? That's cool. I think that's cool. This is something to be cherished, having a small community like this. Too many people are want to go, like want to be in the studio, want to be on a set, want to have moving parts, people walking around doing lights and doing all this stuff. That's cool, but there's kind of no ends how much money you could throw at something like that. It's just, you know, and that's something that the studios are doing. Something we have here, I feel is more special. It's kind of an evolution of what started like French New Wave. It's kind of the other half of the filmmaking cinema coin. You know, it doesn't all have to be big blockbuster productions. I think this is a lot of fun, and honestly, my generation, the younger generation, we're watching this stuff way more than we're watching anything made from studios. I'm sure the average Gen Z person has watched way more hours on TikTok than they have watching any movies, even on the internet, on TV, or in the theater. It's not something to be taken lightly. Yeah, it's become a serious career for some people, but it's also a serious hobby for me. I have a lot of fun. During COVID time, you know, creativity has gone down for a lot of people. I was kind of in a rut for a little bit, working from home. But now, I don't have to drive to work, so I'm getting an hour. It's an hour to get there and an hour to get back. So I'm getting 2 extra hours in the day to work on this stuff, and the whole weekend. It's plenty of time. Also, you know, it's not to say that we're not making money, because we got a sponsorship. A little company you might know who makes rice boxed meals. Zatarains is sponsoring Bottenbig. So now we're gonna go to our Zatarains commercial segment. So enjoy that, guys. Cut over to Bottenbig in the kitchen. Thanks. I'm here to talk about Zatarains. You guys have any questions about Zatarains? I'll take those calls too. I'm here to talk about Zatarains. Do you have any questions about Zatarains, Alice?
How does it taste?
Would you like a taste? I just whipped up a fresh pot of Zatarains right here.
Wow, the magic of television.
So can you zoom in on it? Look at that fresh heaping pile. Now, Zatarains is a great meal that you can eat at home. I got a fresh bowl here myself. It's delicious. Hot. Zatarains is great. Zatarains is great. So let's say you just came home from a big New Orleans trip and you're missing that Cajun spice in your life. This is a great way to transport you back to southern Louisiana. Or if you live in New Orleans, maybe you could buy some on vacation. It'll remind you of home.
How do they get it to taste so good?
That's a good question. You see, Zatarains has a long traditional history in our southern United States. It's a New Orleans tradition since 1889. Legends say that they sing jazz music to the rice.
What?
Yeah, it's true. Look at this video I found online.
I wonder how they get so much flavor in there.
I hear they play jazz music to the rice.
Now that dinner table's jumping. Yellow rice, jambalaya, red beans and rice. Jazz it up with Zatarains.
Zatarains. It's homemade, kinda. Zatarains, it's good. Zatarains, try a bite.
How do you make it?
How do I make it? It's easy. Pick your protein of choice, cook it up, add the mix, some water, and you're ready to go in about 20-25 minutes.
Sounds delicious.
It is. It kind of leaves a little aftertaste in your mouth, but it could be the shrimp. It might be the shrimp. Zatarains. Zatarains endorses everything said on this program. Zatarains. Back to you, Bottenbig. Thanks, Bottenbig. That looks delicious. I cannot wait to try a bowl of Zatarains. Zatarains! Okay. So yeah, why did I start this in the first place? You know, I want to keep my editing muscles sharp. You know, I studied film editing in college. I did it in high school. I've been doing it since like middle school. And now I was working full time. I wasn't editing anything. And I wanted to keep it going. I know people who want to keep editing and they love editing, so they edit together music videos of like other footage for artists and stuff just for fun, you know? And it's fun to do. But I figured might as well shoot something too and have Ellis as part of it. I wanted to create like a cohesive series kind of structure to add to a resume, be like, hey, like we put this together, I edited this all, I created this style. I have a producer credit for Ellis, so you know, add that to a resume that if this does become you know, get any kind of even like 1,000 subscribers eventually, that's a pretty solid thing to have on a resume. I think that you're a producer of a channel that puts up, you know, every week there's some content and you got 1,000 subscribers. It's also fun to do the social media marketing a little bit. I don't like going too deep into like posting it everywhere, but it is fun making the vertical clips, posting on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all of that, and trying to figure out kind of the algorithm stuff is kind of fun to figure out. By the way, YouTube sucks, is the worst one out of all of them. On Instagram, I'll put up a video and I'll get like 800 views, like quick, 1,000 views on a couple videos. YouTube, I think I've barely hit over 200. And that video I had to like send everywhere. I was really working hard on that. But that part's not really, it's not as fun for me, so I didn't want to do it. But like TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff, they're really way better at promoting your content than YouTube. I'm not really sure what's up with that. Maybe they feel like people who are on YouTube already kind of know what to watch. They're relying too much on external sites like Reddit, Twitter, Facebook to send traffic there, so they're not really worried about it. But it's kind of strange. If someone watches one of your videos, then they'll get recommended more, but finding the first video in the first place is very tricky. And there's some videos that I say I'm not interested in, or they keep popping up over and over and over and over. Do you ever anyone ever get that? Maybe that was me. Maybe I'm being recommended over and over. Highly doubt it, but okay. So yeah, so for stuff like that, being popular, making money might be a good thing for career stuff, adding stuff to a resume. But other than that, there's not really much of a benefit. So I mean, outside of the job stuff, obviously having extra money would be a benefit. But maybe like adding this stuff to our resume, if we did develop like a fan base, that'd be a benefit. But that's really only like 2 benefits from being successful on a YouTube channel, like getting popular, that I could really think of, that we don't already get right now by just making it and having fun making it. So basically, I'm already successful. This YouTube channel is already successful. This is what success looks like right here. I'm sorry to disappoint you if you were expecting something more, but I am the walking definition of success. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm very happy. We're both working full time, making money, out here in sunny California, next to the fire pit, next to the pool. We're loving life. You don't need external things. I mean, I just named a bunch of external things. But you don't necessarily need external things to be happy. Don't be constantly searching for the next thing before you're going to be happy. You need to be happy first and then get whatever you want to get. There's always going to be new added stresses to life that's going to make you, not so happy. If you say like, oh man, like my headache I hate this headache I have today, it's stressing me out. If I didn't have this headache, I'd be happy. You get rid of the headache and then you're like, oh man, my walls aren't painted the right color, man. This is the worst. I need to paint my wall. Then you paint the walls, like, man, that paint really smells. It's giving me a headache. There's always just, your brain is constantly looking for things to get stressed out about, to not be happy about. You want to push forward, make new things. Maybe that's more of an American thing about poor people kind of feel like they're going to be rich someday. They're going to win the lottery, So you're constantly trying to get out of your present situation. It's hard to just be alive. Even the most well-off person has to be alive, and that's hard to do. So if you're alive, you're doing it. You're killing it. Be grateful for any minute, any moment you're not in pain, right? If you're not in pain, if you're just feeling like you don't have any aches or anything, if you're doing great. That's like the best pinnacle of human experience, is not being in pain when you think about it, That's basically it. I want to wrap it up. I want to say thank you to Dylan Sheehan of Rivendell Music Academy. Thank you for the music, Dylan. This is our first Bottenbig only song. You'll only find this song on Bottenbig, which is pretty cool. And I'm also playing around with some garage band, silly stuff, silly goofy stuff. So I'll throw that stuff in too. That's fun to make. I'll put in the description if you want to learn how to make music like what you're hearing right now, or learn guitar, ukulele, vocal lessons, piano, anything. He's got a great setup. He knows it all. He's college educated in all things music. He's a great guy. That's very successful right there. Check it out in the link below, Rivendell Music Academy. Great stuff. If you're anywhere near Santa Cruz, or even if you just want to do stuff online, I did stuff online from LA to Santa Cruz and it worked great. And also, next episode, I need you guys to send in your questions. We're gonna have a great guy on here. I'm gonna go up to see him. He has an art exhibit, HOSWEH. He goes by HOSWEH. I'll put it right here. I'm gonna link that down below too. You can see his Instagram. I'm gonna post some of his gorgeous photos he takes up here. He takes aerial photography, looking down at the landscape, and it's really cool stuff. He has a show up in Lancaster in a cafe. We're gonna go check it out. On the next episode, you will be there with us. I think it opens up soon. It's running until March or April. I'll have that information down in the description. If you have any questions about his art, if you have any questions about what it's like to live in Lancaster, any of that stuff, check out his website, come up with some questions, and maybe send stuff to the right channel. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Enjoy the Producer Ellis games. We love making those. We got a lot more in store for you. Those are a lot of fun to make. Thank you guys for watching. Onwards to more success. We have some more stuff planned for you guys. Thank you. We have more stuff planned. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see where the show goes, and I hope you guys come along with me. Goodbye. Goodbye for now. See, I never know what to do at the end. Goodbye. See you next episode. Thank you. Bye. Cut.